likes having parties.
I do. We just
I want to hang
Well, it's,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it'll be sized, I mean, it's, whatever they devote for this, it's gonna be sized for the volume. So, I mean, you could have it.
I could, well, the reason why I ask parties, we have what we call our party duct, which we could throw a light switch anywhere you want, and it's actual, and you gotta remember, I could open up the lights, when you turn the light switch, it'll open up a motorized damper, and it'll push
Throw a
more
little
air,
extra.
it'll put extra air in there, but remember, you're starving the load from this house, this side, and you're gonna push
which
more air.
during a party is fine, because no one's gonna be
But
here,
when you're done,
right?
ready to go to bed, this might be hotter.
I see, okay.
Because it's sized for this, not
That.
for that.
That's an interesting idea, though.
And then you can put two sidewalls right there, either below or above that beam.
I know the aesthetic.
Me and Rudy are thinking the same thing.
Rudy's going no.
I go like this, Rudy's looking at me and they're like,
Okay, so two no's and, okay, I was just a thought, right? I
Well,
mean-
so the other thing that's working in this whole system are the dehumidifiers,
that's right.
which also go along, I mean, they're not
Help the
gonna pull, but they,
comfortability.
he doesn't
is that
believe
word?
it. This is a
The
tunnel.
dehumidifiers, it actually, it's not gonna help cool for a party.
But
Well,
it
not
helps
it.
keep it comfortable.
Well,
And
not
it-
if you're, depending on what time of year. Yes, it's gonna try, but it's not gonna put cooler air when
True.
it's got,
It
it's
pulls
a
the
hundred,
humidity out,
hundred
is
and.
what it does.
Yes, and that's
I
all,
just tell you
because
right
it's
now,
putting
the
hot air
party
back.
duct works.
It's put hot air, a dehumidifier is put hot air back in your house.
What's the days when you have a bunch of people, it's 105 degrees, 102 degrees outside?
Don't have parties in summertime.
It helps. But at night, when you go to bed, when you turn it off, it doesn't take that much longer.
Yeah.
You don't have a huge area.
Yeah, but, yeah. But that's between y'all, I mean.
Okay.
And it could be, you could decide, you could say, hey, you know what, I do want to do that party duct. And we could always come back and cut one in. If you want.
If you want it, like, especially if you're gonna have, if you feel like you're gonna have a lot of parties.
We're
in the
ambivalent about
summer.
it. Tone, just so my hat's in the ring, that, Tony, we've done it before on multiple projects, it's not so much of a concern. The humidifier is gonna be working for all the different volumes anyway, to some degree, given that certain, like how, it's fine either way, long story short. If you wanna have the party system, you can.
Yeah.
It's totally.
Because I'm imagining that the dining room, the foyer, and this area, people are gonna naturally go out into that garden courtyard, and so these doors are gonna be opening, this door's gonna be opening, and a lot of that cool air might be going out, and with the vents on the ceiling at 20 feet up, I'm just thinking it's gonna get hot down here on the ground. I don't know, like my,
Well, cool air drops.
yes,
I mean, it's gonna be dropping.
okay.
So we're not, my concern's not that. My question is, are the grills that we're proposing for a party system, are they new? In other words, aesthetically, I'm trying to
Yeah.
worry about the aesthetics.
Well, I need to get his design, your design, and then locate grills.
Yeah.
Approximately where you're gonna
And then we
want
could look
them.
at that if that's,
Cause I'm gonna want them centered on lights.
Oh, I'll draw them centered on lights and all that.
So I'm gonna
When you get my plan, it's gonna be drawn on the electrical layout.
Okay.
That way, it'll be centered as best we can, that's another thing, you come back and cutting joists and all that to actually center all the boxes and all that if we have to.
We're gonna walk out on the 20th after the electrician sets cans on the 14th. So we'll have everything streamlined and we'll know if we have framing conflicts and we can look at lighting things that time.
And we've already done a lot of that coordination. When we gave them a framework.
Well, that's
they
the
worked with the
thing, you might have, but a frame, electrician could pin a light all the way against the joist here. And when I go to put my supply box, it's not centered.
Right.
Because I can't do that. My
Right.
boxes are bigger. That's what I'm saying, they might be having a header off joist and all that.
But that happens on every project.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Some builders header off and some builders don't. It's just which way y'all want to go on that.
So I'll send you the RCP with it's got the power plan too, from Martin, the last one.
I'll send in the most recent one just
Okay.
before this meeting.
Okay, cool. So you have it. Awesome.
But Toner has no problems with party systems. They do work just like these two gentlemen said.
Okay.
And it's gonna be warmer, and then it's gonna get back to a more comfortable, you know,
Within a short
temperature.
time.
Yeah, that'll be initially.
On a,
just like
on a
you
day
said.
like this
It's a
with those
thought,
doors
I don't know
open, well, as long as you don't have those doors open on any day over 85 degrees, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
if
even though if you got air escaping, you gotta
Right.
pull the air back in. So
Right.
you're putting hot air back in this house. So it's, and it's gonna affect the whole house.
Yeah.
It'll affect, because you're starving the whole house of air, you gotta put the air back
But
in.
it is a concern that people are, like going in and out there, that a lot of the cool air is gonna go out.
Another thought is if you could always put a motorized, you technically really don't need it, but you could put a motorized damper system on it and put the thermostat on this zone cooler than you normally do. That way the system keeps running, but you might starve, your kitchen area. Just saying.
How long will it
Yeah,
take, assuming she does your first idea option and this to party zone this area with the master, how long will it take in a really hot day in Houston to recool this master? Approximately.
It wouldn't take but maybe 2-3 hours at the most. If it's 102, 103 degree day, and it's probably gonna be nighttime time you go to bed, let's say,
Which will
9,
help.
10, it's already gonna be cooled down enough to where it'll recover itself.
When
Get it
the
back.
sun, the load is all, the damage already done on the house and the AC. Once the load is off the house, that's when the system will start really recuperating. And as long as you shut that,
Turn it back off again.
turn it off, shut the door, and just let it
We
run.
just make a switch, party on, party off. When the
Yeah.
party's over, just turn it off.
It's a
and
light
you're back to
switch.
normal.
Could we get a pricing option to see what that breakout is, that delta, to add the party system, so she can have a better assessment
Yeah.
of what the
If you
cost
wanna do
implications?
that, yeah.
I don't think it's in our, but yeah, it ain't much. The party duct it's not
Like a
much.
duct and a grill.
That's
Yeah.
duct, motorized damper, and all
Motorized
that.
damper.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll-
they'll
Quote it.
It's cheaper to do it now than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
it's-
wondering,
yeah.
guys, can it go in this ceiling and still give us enough cooling? That way we're not affecting this wall at all?
Anything's gonna help.
I'm just.
Well, that's why I said you got
Everything
multiple.
that
You
way.
could put sidewalls. You could put it flush on a ceiling here, or you
Well,
could
we're
put it
gonna have
high.
it built in here. I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out there, Rudy.
Because I mean, it's just extra air.
If this ceiling right here was an option, we could put it there and kind of hide it up in there.
I got
Then we're not having it on the face of the wall. But
Right.
I know you're gonna look at all that. I just wanted to throw that out.
it. Right. Is condensing unit location.
Yeah, which
So what?
I have,
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah,
Did
that's
did
important.
Ryan bring that up to you, what they were thinking?
I did bring that up, man. I will defer to their expertise as the
We-
HVAC contractor.
We can't bury the copper. Void warranty. Buy Linux. Plus, if you're talking the logical, you got cold, even in a sleeve, you're putting in a cold ground. You're messing with the freon and the gases, then you eventually will slug out that compressor a lot sooner than what the life is supposed to be.
okay,
So,
I get it.
I had-
So we're over here.
We wanted to,
Do those doors open? Can we walk out there?
There's a 10 key right here, yeah.
And let me throw this one other little minor detail. I only got 100 feet to go with.
100 feet is your
Is the
distance?
Distance
Well, it would
we
be
can
too
do.
far then, probably.
and the way I was looking at it was the master would be sitting out. We can put it on the backside by your toilet area. That way you're not invoking that.
Your courtyard.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other one, we could either put on the driveway side, on the side of the house, but kind of hide it, or in the back of your?
So we need to look at the.
Yeah.
Or in the back of
Yeah,
the
we do have a wheelchair ramp that's not built yet, Aaron, just,
Yeah.
we do have a wheelchair ramp to that door that's not built yet.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so that's,
We're going this
Yeah,
way
no, that's what I'm
first.
saying, over here,
like in the back, this way.
yeah, anywhere from here, because I know you're putting a wall here.
Yeah, and the ramp comes right up on the back side of the wall to this door. I've used the same windows. Windows up, driveway. Push out.
Oh, the trucks are better.
So
So
you talked to
You're
Heath
talking
about-
almost 300 feet, 400.
We have 3 condenser units?
One's gonna be-
serving this house and the mini split over there.
One will
Mini
be
splits
over
is
there though,
easy,
for
yeah.
the master, right? That's what we're thinking, and then 2 would be here.
You can't, and
so
all
we
3
can't
can't go
group.
there, is what you're saying.
It's 100 foot.
It's
I'll
too
be,
far.
I'll be over 100 foot, yes ma'am. And you'll be calling me
Why isn't it
within
working?
5 years, yes ma'am, and I don't want that call. And you know when that call would be? On a Friday before a holiday weekend.
Uh-huh, when you're having a
At
big
4
party.
at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, there's a party Saturday,
Uh-huh,
and I can't get a compressor because everybody's closed.
yeah, you're right.
Well, the
Okay.
efficiency just goes to crap.
And then you lose everything you're doing with toner to make sure it's a very efficient, energy-saving house. Pretty much goes out the window too.
Okay.
All right, let me talk to Heath about,
Location.
we need 1 there and 2 here, and how we can deal with it and locate. Because we have the ramp here. There's a whole bunch going on.
So,
Is this floodplain or?
No,
No,
Okay.
if it's on this side, the ramp sort of protects it from traffic, right?
well, the ramp
Because if
doesn't,
it's over here, someone is gonna
yeah, no,
back
this
in.
is all part of your backing out.
Yeah,
The ramp doesn't go all the way
No.
here. It stops at that corner, I think. Somewhere.
one of the
Like right
things
here.
to think-
maybe we could tuck it in here. Maybe we could tuck it in.
Yeah,
Like right here.
and then I need to talk to him about how to make it look good.
And one of the things too is
what I
we
was
don't
thinking.
want
How are we gonna
this,
make it look pretty?
Yeah.
we want to make sure the city doesn't say we need to have a 4x4 post.
What about
It's done. It's done.
hiding it with a fence or something like that?
Landscape.
As long as
Yeah.
the fence is like a lattice gate, where the air could breathe through it. That's all. And then you got to be
Clearance?
24 and 30 inches away from it.
24
And 30. Yeah.
How about the unit against the wall? How close can it
6
get?
inches.
So
Oh,
6
it could be
inches to the
almost
wall.
up
It get, the
Yeah.
unit is 6,
Between
12,
42.
36, 24. Those are the 4 measurements I have to go by.
Good to see you.
1, 6, 12, 24, 36. 36 and 36 is pretty much always the service side.
And how big is the unit itself?
30 by 30?
I thought it was a little bit more.
Yeah, because they're just heat pumps, single speed. They're just going to be probably 30 to 32 by 32. And they're probably 36, 42 inches high.
What do we need to put 2 of them here?
You would need to, yes ma'am.
Well, we could tuck it in here at the end of the ramp
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Maybe
know.
we can integrate it with how the ramp ends or something like that, aesthetically. So, because you're going to be coming in and out of here every day,
Right.
and it needs to look nice.
yeah.
The only thing we'll have to check with the city, Brian, is, and I don't know how much of the ground's being built up.
Great.
I don't know. A lot of times the city will go by the actual finished floor is where I gotta be. But lately, if it's staying this low, I only have to be 2 inches above the final grade. So if the city says, so it's something for y'all to think about. We have to be at the finished floor. It's gonna be this high. And if this is pretty much where the grade's gonna be, we could maybe be down here. Just all depends on what the city's gonna say.
Is this per, like, inspector? Like, one inspector will say one thing and another inspector will say another?
And that's
Okay, that's always my favorite.
Just call it out the next day and get a different guy. I mean,
Calling in again.
And then another inspector will come
Final
out at a different
inspector
time.
comes out and goes, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just sitting there, well, I don't have any hair to pull out, but I would, you know, like.
Well, that happened to me when I built the gym. One inspector said our mirror height was fine, and when they came for the final walkthrough, they were going to make me lower the mirror. The whole thing was all mounted lower at 1 inch. And I'm like, how about if I just build a ramp? So that when someone in a wheelchair comes in, they can roll up the ramp.
Oh, for 80. What?
80, yeah. And then they finally said, okay, fine. I said, okay, so the person in the wheelchair can see this or this. So, okay.
But if they had a pacemaker, they need to
But, you
Get
know,
to-
it's not different.
They do, yeah. They interpret the codes differently.
Yeah, it's really, really bad now.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, because everybody's new. A lot of people are new,
They
and a
don't
lot of
know
people, a lot of the guys that,
standards, rules.
yeah.
And in the bathroom, we're only going to do the mini split, correct?
Right.
In the ceiling of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the units going on this side of the,
You want the unit on this
That
side? Yeah.
side, yeah.
yes.
And we could actually. That's fine. That's no problem because it's right there.
Okay, so 2 units over here, and then a placement on this side. Where are we going to go? You want to look at it?
Well, yeah,
The one right there?
I think ideally we want, yeah, let's look at it, but then Heath will, we want to wait for the landscaper before you guys run your copper to really give us the right location.
When is that going to be? Because my guys run the copper out the roughing.
When is that going to be?
We're supposed to start on the 18th.
Okay, and about how many days before they're running? 3?
They got 3, they'll be here 3 days.
So let's just say you need an answer by the 20th at the latest. So, Rudy, they need to know where the air
The
conditioner
19th at the latest
locations.
because they'll be running at the 20th.
Yeah, at the latest.
I'll call
Otherwise-
Heath. I want Heath to weigh in on this.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think
coming
this
up
is
quick.
better than this. Believe it or not.
Yeah, see if it's better.
Okay,
I mean, you
we've
got
got-
it with bushes.
Because we've got this tree here.
Oh, it's gonna be sitting above ground though.
No, but her
How
Carly's
far out?
concern
Because
is,
it's
is
2 of them, right?
One.
One of
Oh,
them.
one.
walking between the unit and this tree, because the
Property
actual
line's way
property
over there.
line's way over there, but you can't really get around that side
Yeah.
of the tree.
No, here.
Oh, dang.
So
I'll go
include
40.
the
I'll
fence,
go 42 inches. Is the most that we'd ever be at.
including the fencing
That,
around.
no,
Oh.
that's
No,
just
no.
for the unit.
Oh,
The
you
unit, if I go 30, let's just go 40 inches. That's the unit.
And then I need how much space for the
24.
fence?
But you
Another
could just
24.
landscape
If you do a
it,
louver
Carly.
gate or something, I mean,
I don't need a fence?
No, not here.
Not
The
that
only reason
one.
why they're throwing fence over there is that way you don't see it.
Because it's
I
on
mean,
your driveway.
you might,
But
you
I
might,
mean, for
want,
this
you
thing,
might
they're
want
gonna
to build
see.
something here to kind of hide it from your courtyard.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we could do that.
We could do
No
that.
problem.
You
Further up.
could, you could do landscaping here, landscaping there, and hide it completely.
okay.
Yeah, so
just
you don't even see.
on this side then, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
So,
because I'd rather
That way you're not
it
on this side then,
be here than there, because then we really have.
right.
just
But-
in the backyard. And
Let me
then
talk to
your bedroom.
Heath, because he might have a different,
Right.